Regardless, I can't wait to be an, ally! A she-her ally for Elias. Good lord, everyone at the reunion for my religious all-girls school is a trans man. And they're hot? Are they hot? Let's find out. A high school reunion, huh? Never thought I'd see the day. I love this watercolor. It's been 10 years since you graduated from a private all-girls high school and you're driving up the freeway to get to the reunion. Well, not the properly sanctioned and sponsored by the church reunion, the other one. You weren't the greatest student, nor were you the most devout, nor were you the coolest or the most athletic. You were just EECU. But the one thing you did have was your camera, the coolest and most expensive DSLR your father was willing to buy for you. As a photography nerd, you volunteered to be the person who took the yearbook photos. You ended up knowing everyone in your grade, and, we'll see if we stayed friends with some. It was never my style to have close friends during school for whatever reason. I guess you could say I was a shy kid. I knew people through the viewfinder, not face-to-face. Whatever, I ended up okay, didn't I? Going to a religious private school meant I was educated properly, right? Right? No. Well, I'm going to the not-so-official reunion anyway, or however Elias described it in his email. Sup, fam? I know this is hella last minute. Can you blame me? Everyone on Filipino type. But our 10-year high school reunion is coming up. I can't be the only dickless dick who doesn't want to attend that dumb shit. So, I'm throwing my own get-together at my family's vineyard. Directions linked here. It's basically just an hour-long drive from the actual reunion, so come through if you're down to get wasted. Or, like, you don't have to get wasted, but come hang out. All y'all queer-ass bitches, I see you. If you know, you know. Truth be told, I'm not sure what queer means in this context. Or ick-yick? Okay. Actually, I'm not sure what majority of the words he said meant, but I'm just excited to see him. Although I will say I'm not a fan of his swearing. That B word is rather rude. Regardless, I can't wait to be an, ally! A she-her ally for Elias. Actually, I do wonder about my old classmates. I mean, I do remember the home ec and Aggie weirdo. You hummed to yourself leaning back into the seat. I don't know why I'm suddenly remembering that weird kid who always sat in the back of the class with those dumb little skull something earbuds. Me. Every time I passed by her, I could hear whatever music she was playing. Seriously, why didn't the nuns do anything about that? Not to mention those lyrics, give me fuel, give me something something. Definitely not appropriate at a religious high school. Well, I guess I do feel a little bad for that kid, though. Everyone in class voted her most likely to be possessed by demons, which was probably a little mean. Ugh! If I could have had one of those, I would want it to be possessed by demons. The worst thing she did was not talk much to anyone, mostly because she always had her head stuck in some book about gardening, cooking, or something like that. And I guess really going all in during home economics and agriculture class, I think everyone freaked out when she was chopping veggies so fast and collecting earthworms. A shiver runs down your spine as that image pops up in your mind. Though, now that I'm thinking about it, I also remember that she also developed breast cancer a few years ago. Poor thing. The chances of developing breast cancer in your mid-20s. I think Elias told me that she opted for a double mastectomy even though they caught it early, but I guess it did the job. Speaking of my old classmates, there was also... You gripped the wheel tight, scowl. The perfect cheerleader, God's holiest daughter, gave body and soul to Jesus at every single service. Queen of modest is hottest, used a tape measure whenever she was around me to prove her dresses were never too short. They were floor length and the school uniform. We all wore the same thing. Why were you giving me crap? Probably thought all the other girls were such sinners that we couldn't help but have pure thoughts about her, straight from the devil. Not me. Definitely not. Nope. Well, it's not like I'd ever run into her or anything ever again. Speaking of my old classmates, there was also Elias. He was always the golden boy in high school, head of the yearbook committee. I'm definitely not still bitter. He won that spot over me. Definitely not. Class president for 2 years, honor student. There was nothing he couldn't do. I've seen him once or twice since we graduated, but not since he fully transitioned. The last time I saw him, he was still reusing the long skirt from our old school uniform as a cover. I think he said it was so he wouldn't have to explain why he looked different or why his voice sounded different. Without that to contend with, there's nothing hiding his natural charisma. Even in his texts, he somehow seems even more confident. It'd be annoying. Ooh! Take me back. Take me back. Take me back. It'd be annoying if I wasn't already over the whole rivalry we had before. I'm sure Elias will be happy to see me at the event. I mean, I think so. He invited us. Yeah, I did. I did a few rounds of played up, but or not played up. Sorry. No, now my brain's it's not played up. First play, but it got chaotic. So I'm not saying I'm never going to play it again. I would play it again. I feel like it would be better with people. So I could maybe try like a public lobby at some point. Maybe. But I completely forgot that we had 2 games today. So we're playing our trans game. Hopefully I'll get there soon. I'm sure I'll be ready for whatever comes my way. It's just one weekend. What could possibly go wrong? Actually, where am I? You're on his vineyard. You blink a few times and realize that you've been going down a densely packed forest. Nothing looks familiar, and the road ahead of you feels like it's going on forever. Oh boy. As long as I keep driving straight, I'll eventually hit the exit of whatever this is and reach the vineyard, right? Right? After a few minutes of frantic driving and drifting around corners that you should definitely be slowing down at, a shadowy figure appears ahead of you. Your foot slams on the brakes and you somehow stop a few feet in front of the figure. What is that? I did not hear that. That's so exciting. That's so wild that it's like taken this long, I'll say. But also, it's it's Texas. So, I get it. Yeah, no, I figured that one. Yeah. Um the figure straightens up its almond shaped body. Interesting. Okay, long neck and fluffy appendages coming into view. Fluffy. It's the most majestic, menacing creature you've ever seen in your entire life, and it looks ready to take your car on in a fight. It's a goose! Is that a... Yeah, you've run. Is there a lake nearby? What's happening? Where am I? Is a goose supposed to be here? No, no, calm down, silly. Elias knows I'm terrible with directions. It must be an elaborate prank. Okay, maybe not. I've got to find a way out of here. With that, you put the pedal to the metal, not caring if you happen to hit the goose. Depending on where you are, that's fine. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners. Oh, we're literally praying. Your car lurches ahead as you whisper frantic prayers to yourself. Finally, a sense of bliss spreads over you as though Jesus himself has taken the wheel. Your foot eases off the pedal and you speed out of the forest without another incident. It's evening by the time you arrive at the vineyard. You're a fair bit later than you expected to arrive. The land is gorgeous and filled with ripe grapes as far as the eye can see. Dozens of alumni are milling about, but there's something unusual about everyone you pass by. I'm in the right place, right? For a high school reunion of an all-girls school? I don't mean to be... What did Elias call me a few years ago? A homophobic cis girl? Yeah, that. A homophobic cis girl. Figured. Oh my god, look at you! Oh, Elias, hey, how are you? So much better now that you're here. Elias flashes a bright $1,000,000 smile at you. He's been such a kind and friendly person ever since you met him back in freshman year. Aw, you're so sweet. It's been, what, 9 whole years since I started using the old he, him, and his for Elias? Gee, I'm such a good ally, right? Because using the right pronouns in your head is what an ally does, right? Is this supposed to be satirical? It's so nice to see you. Glad you could make it. I've always wanted to catch up with you. I'm sorry we couldn't meet up in person in forever. Nah, you're all good. Don't worry about it. Okay, Spill, what the heck is with all the attractive men? As far as the eye can see, dudes. They're not all men, Irene. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to assume, but I don't see any other, girls here at this event. I invited all the gender queerish people I could think of. While we're on the topic, how do you identify these days? I didn't get to ask earlier. The same as always, I guess? The silence that follows is very long and very awkward. Oh no, did I see something wrong? Sor. Your apology is cut short by a tiny snort, followed by almost obnoxiously loud peals of laughter. Elias is laughing at you. Wait, Elias is laughing at you. You can feel your face flushing red. What's so funny? You! You didn't read the email at all, huh? Not sure what to say, and growing more embarrassed by the second you pull out your phone and check the email. As you remember, it's full of a bunch of acronyms and slang you can't really understand, but as you take a second to try and analyze it, something slowly becomes very clear. This party was specifically meant for the queer students, and you showed up. I, um, I. You can't seem to get a word out through the stuttering, and Elias is still laughing uncontrollably. What can you say? This is a monumental blunder. I'm sorry, I couldn't understand your slang, so I just kind of skimmed it. You start to worry that he might suffocate if he doesn't stop laughing. Well, it would save you from this awkward scenario. Elias may die, but that's a sacrifice you may have to be willing to make. It's no big deal, really. That explains the whole femme thing you still got going on. The whole femme thing? I mean, most of the people here ended up masked, at least partially. I was kind of wondering why you still seem the same. Pity though, you'd make a hot guy. You sure you're not one of us? You did always seem to gravitate that way. I mean, I don't think so. Elias shrugs. Well, if you decide to have a gay panic, no better place than here. And it's long overdue if you ask me. What? Nothing. Our fairest maiden, who is definitely straight and cisgender, is still an honored guest. Mostly because I still want photos taken. Gee, thanks. Worry not, my dearest lady. Your presence is both welcome and sought after. Are you sure? Absolutely. Do not fret. As your valiant knight, I will defend your honor against all assailants. Thanks. Don't sweat it. Anyway, now that you're finally here, why don't you go grab some noms and mingle? Grab some noms? Yeah, babes, eat. Food. Go grab some food. Sheesh, I forgot how bad you are with. Oh my god. Elias, don't use the Lord's name in vain. Good to know that Irene is still super religious. Elias's chuckles subside as he eventually sighs, looking back at the at all the work that's left to be done. Actually, can I ask you to find Angel for me? Angel. The name rings a bell. Wait, you mean the agriculture kit? Didn't Elias tell me something about dead names before? If he says that they're still going by Angel, then I guess I'll use that name. Yes, that's them. Zem? You're almost certain Elias doesn't speak French. It's been a couple of years since I've been in touch with anyone else from school. What is Z or he pronouns? Okay, so Z and them must be those neo-pronoun things Elias told you about once. But you're not sure why he mentioned two sets of pronouns, and he seems a little too preoccupied to explain it to you at the moment. Right, so what is Z wearing? Green shirt, jeans, suspenders. Her hair is super iconic. You cannot miss it. Okay, right. Angel told me Z was going to check out the vineyard, so Z shouldn't be too far from here. He points over in yonder distance. Text me when he finds them, or if you get lost. All right, will do. You face the direction Elias pointed you in and start walking. The trellises are still a bit of a distance away, but luckily the sun's already set, so it's not nearly as sweltering as it was during your drive. I'm so glad I have working AC in my car, though it'd be nice if I could just drive up there and find Angel. I have no idea what he means by iconic hair, though. Either that could mean anything. You sigh and continue making your way towards the fields. At last, you reach the edge of the trellises, the grape-laden vines crawling up their respective poles. You've photographed folks here plenty of times before, but with all the rows looking nearly identical, you hope that Angel hasn't taken too many turns around the place. Angel! Angel! You around? No answer besides the gentle evening breeze, further in you go. If I get stranded in the vineyard, at least I can subsist off grapes until someone rescues me. I'll be fine. Probably. I'll be fine, right? As your feet take you further into the rows of chalices, you begin hearing the distinct rhythm of an electric guitar dancing with a steady bass, accentuated with the backbone of drums. Did Elias manage to rope a band in for the weekend? I don't recognize who this could be. You pause. Though, would a band practice their songs in the middle of a field? Maybe it's so they don't disturb everyone else. You resume your walk, following the sounds of the music and noting that it's slowly growing louder and louder. At last, a silhouette appears as you crest over the hill, and with it, the source of the music. Their back is turned to you, but from here, you can clearly make out a green shirt, suspenders, jeans. Angel, is that you? The figure sways in tandem to music, unable to hear you above the sick guitar riff. Angel! Angel! Can you hear me? Angel, or at least the person you assume to be Angel, continues to not hear your calls from the top of the hill. You can't possibly hope to compete over the sound of music, so you begin making your way down to him. Are we going? Oh, is that why he said Z or he? We're Angel, we gotta go. Elias sent me to bring you back to the gathering. You're a quarter of the way down with no change in the situation. Come on, Angel, let's go. Halfway down the road and still no response, Angel has begun snapping his fingers but still has yet to even turn around once. That is you, right, Angel? You watch as he starts to do a little shoulder shimmy. I feel bad about interrupting Zem, but I don't want to wait until it gets even darker and then we have to wade through grapes while it's pitch black out. Angel! You tap Zem on his shoulder lightly. He doesn't notice. I'm literally right next to him. Ugh, here goes nothing then. This time you clasp his shoulder firmly and bring yourself closer to the back of his head. Angel, we need you to come back to the gathering. Angel stops grooving, presses the button on the speaker attached to his belt to pause the music, and slowly turns around at last. Yes! Oh, I do like your hair. Whatever words you were going to say next get caught in your throat as your eyes roam across his features. Iconic was definitely the right word for his hair, now that he stood before you. His locks have been tied into low double buns that rest a few centimeters from his shoulders, with little pastel flower baubles above his ears. They're so cute. Yet more flowers sprout from the top of the buns as well, carefully balanced in color and shape. You then partially register the dark circles beneath his eyes that whisper about sleepless nights, but try as you might, your focus drifts downwards towards his open shirt and the tattoos cradling his pecs. Wow, those are bold. There's something so sinful about the angel and devil wing so close together. You're aware that you shouldn't be staring so hard, but you can't pry your eyes away. Okay. Angel begins to turn around again and suddenly your voice returns to you. Wait! You heard me, didn't you? Elias wants us to go back to the gathering. Angel looks you up and down, his expression hard to parse. You're what person? Yeah, that was me. Hi. Smooth like crunchy peanut butter. My name is still Irene. Elias told me you still go by Angel. Always have. Too much trouble changing it. I see. Elias's voice echoes in your head, reminding you of how to be a good and polite ally. My pronouns are she, her. What are yours? Z, them, zer, and he, him. That's two set of pronouns, right? Which ones should I use? First ones I like better. I see. You actually don't understand it anymore when Elias told you. But there's more important things at hand at the moment. Anyways, let's get going back before it gets too dark. Okay, I guess. To your relief, Angel heads up the path ahead of you, meaning that you won't have to navigate the fields yourself. You catch up quickly and keep in pace at Zer's side. Goodness, this is beyond awkward. Maybe I have to initiate the conversation. So, how have you been? All right. I think now I'm remembering why hardly anyone hung out with Angel back in high school. Z used to be like this too back then. Really? It doesn't look like you're getting enough sleep at night. What's with those bags under your eyes? Irene babes, we can't ask people that. I'm fine. Don't matter how much I sleep, I get. They've been there since chemo. Oh, is Z finally warming up to me? Maybe this is my chance to ask some questions. Ugh. Bruv. Chemotherapy did that to you? I did hear that you had breast cancer a few years ago, but I thought you had your chest removed. Yeah, doctors did a little chemo afterwards just in case. Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know they did that. I mean, it makes sense. Why wouldn't they? You two continue walking side by side in silence. Great, that topic didn't last long. What do I say now? I could be boring and ask about work. You know what? I'll be boring and hope we reach Elias and others soon. So, what do you do for work these days? Organizer for a community garden. Take care of the plots when folks forget to swing by. Oh, yeah? Also, make preserves from what I grow. Jams, jellies, pickles, stuff like that. That's my real business. Wow, that's really neat. So you're like your own boss? Guess so. Gotta keep this conversational momentum going. I actually have no idea what the difference is between jam and jelly. Are they the same thing? Different. Jelly is made with juice, so it's clear. Jam has the fruit in it. You think back to the last time you made yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and try to remember the consistency of the blueberry spread in your fridge. Did that have little chunks of blueberries in it? Huh. I never really paid attention to that stuff. Is one better for you than the other? Not really. Ah, you're about to lament the fact that this topic has dried up too, but are interrupted by Angel's next question. Your sis? Her tone is flat, as though that question were more of a statement. Yeah, Elias was surprised too when I caught up with him because everyone else here is not a woman. As far as I've seen, it's a little embarrassing, but I hope it's fine for me to be here. Should be okay. Not everyone is a man either. Elias did say that too, but you're a guy like him, right? Kinda. Angel stops walking and turns to face you. How much do you know? From the sounds of it, Irene knows nothing. Enough to be a good ally. Sure. Angel meets your gaze. You still can't read her expression very well, but you don't think Z's mad right now. At least you hope Z isn't. Okay. You feel a bead of sweat run down the back of your neck as Z sighs. Okay, did I say something wrong? Elias and I are trans mask, but he's a binary trans man. I'm a non-binary man. Non-binary, like they, them pronouns. Girl, you've been using the... Not always they, them. Right. The cogs in your brain are stuck. You don't really understand. Elias told you a while ago that most people identified as either female, male, or non-binary, and sometimes a combination thereof, but it was a difficult concept to grasp for you. Angel must see that you're confused, so Z clears her throat. We're both dudes, but that means different things for us. It's like Sir Brow's furrow in concentration. A spectrum? Or a sliding scale, I guess? Like from 1 to 10? Sure. Yeah, Z considers this for a moment before shrugging. Sure, kind of simplified. It works for now. I think I understand a little better. So you're like a 7 on our dude scale? Sure. Angel resumes walking, and so do you. Thanks for explaining it to me. I think I'm getting a better idea of how that works. Welcome. I mean, if you're looking at it from like a 1 to 10 situation, then I would say like, if using the 7, 1 being female, 10 being male, 5 being non-binary, or in between vibes. I think if that's what helps Irene, we can go there. Realistically, it's what, like a decahedron of all the things. There's so much. I guess all that talking must have worn them out. So, if gender is like a spectrum, then people who are assigned gender at birth and are fine with that are less likely to be trans. Yeah, usually. You breathe a sigh of relief. Angel raises an eyebrow. Guess there won't be any farmer cheerleaders here. You eye your outfit. Your skirt stops just above the knee. Nothing out of the ordinary for most, but would have been scandalous at your school. If Miss Queen Bee was here, I'd give her a piece of my mind for once. Don't know if they have beekeepers here. Disrupting the peaceful vineyard grounds, a luxury car adorned with a huge decal of a sexy anime boy version of Satan skids into the parking lot. Are we going to be able to see this decal? Nope. The vehicle, zigging and zagging like someone playing Grand Theft Auto, finally parks, taking up 3 spaces. Rude! The door of the car swings open and out steps Lucifer Satan 69420. I like it. Angel, it's the ASMR I'm your mean boyfriend guy. You look around, but Angel is long gone. Liam, checking his reflection in the mirror of his car, grabs a skateboard adorned with the flames of hell. He throws it to the ground, hops on, and starts filming a video. Doesn't bother to look where he's skating. Hail Satan, demon followers. Just got tossed out of my official high school reunion. Why? Because your boy Liam told the truth to every single husband of those girlies. Anytime I caught him eyeing me up, got in their face and hit him with, "You gay!" I would do that too. It's phobic as fuck, those straights. Wait, the Liam went to our school? Who was he? Liam finally looks up from his phone. His eyes land right on you, looks you up and down as he directs the skateboard right at you. You blush. A social media star is checking you out! Liam stops inches away from you. Oh no, he's hot. Sinfully hot. Even more than in his videos. Look at those tiny shorts. You attempt to... I don't know why my tongue just popped out. You attempt to speak, but sentences don't come easy in the radiating glow of Liam's hotness. Ugh, I should do that with my hair. He smirks. Oh my god. Gosh. Gosh! He could do whatever he wanted to you right now and you'd thank him for it. What are you? A nun? Your brain freezes. What? Liam reaches into his pocket and pulls out a tape measure. He extends it and holds from your waist to the end of your skirt. Wait, it can't. Where's the modesty before the Lord? Realization hits you harder than the stone that killed Goliath. It's the queen bee. Your brain breaks. The person who was once no skin, all God, has become all skin, all sin. All the responses, comebacks, and perfectly formed speeches you fantasized about telling this person have gone out the window. He's not sinfully hot. No way. Nope, not him. Liam chuckles at your shocked expression. I'm honored. I had no idea you were one of my demon followers. I would have slid into. I do not follow you. Occasionally, some of your videos get recommended to me. Some. Barely ever happens, ever. Liam outstretches his hand and flips the middle finger at an approaching Elias. Liam? I thought sissies weren't invited. Only reason I bothered to show up. Elias put his hands together. A calming gesture. Lord give him strength to deal with this unholy terror. She follows me, yet didn't know I yeeted my titties? Her algorithm must be homophobic. Not everyone sees every single video. She probably... But she's a fan. She wants to see everything. Liam shamelessly stretches the leg up into the air as far as possible. You try not to take it in, but it's too majestic. She didn't need to see your trans man masterclass. Best online. You came out 2 years ago. Exactly. I figured out my shit in a quarter of the time most of these dudes do. Elias takes a deep breath. It would not be a good look to punch one of the guests. You step forward, getting right in Liam's face, determined to stop this menace to society. Elias asked me to be here. I photographed this place hundreds of times. Still hiding behind that camera. And getting paid for it. Aren't you lucky? Liam steps even closer to you. An inch from touching. If Liam wasn't glaring daggers at you, his face would be in your titties. The two of you stare each other down. Liam tosses his skateboard to the ground. I'll allow you in. Allies are so important. Liam flips Elias off again and skates towards the main arrival area. Elias puts his best, oh god, please don't judge us all for this man, smile. He wasn't weird to you or anything. Yeah? You okay? You nod, but you aren't paying much attention. Thoughts race through your head. Did I just tell off the queen bee? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, king bee? I did. And he walked away from me! You haven't felt this empowered in years. You almost pump your fist in the air until you're hit with a horrible thought. But what if that was his plan? To make me think I beat him? He's probably got some big plan to mess with me this weekend. I won't let him. You glare at Liam. At his smug face, not at his very, very, very short shorts. That, without him needing to bend over, show off a healthy bit of underbutt. Not that at all. We're not looking at his underbutt. After a night of taking snapshots from behind your camera of the mostly happy reunions, you retire to your room on the first floor of the Vineyard House. It's pretty nice, except for a water stain on the ceiling. You'd worry about what would happen if it rains, except you can't stop thinking about Elias, Angel, and Liam. The conversations with them keep running through your mind. How couldn't they? The surprise of everyone being trans at the reunion can't match how drawn you are to the three of them. You know, you're supposed to focus on just taking photos, and maybe, if you have the time, of course, you'll try and chat with them all again. The next morning, the sun shines down on the lake. You snap photos of the guys mingling. Some sit on picnic blankets, others partake in the bounty of available food. With the reintroductions out of the way, they're all just getting to chill. to be themselves and to relax. Not Elias, though. Elias scampers around checking to make sure everyone's having a good time. You can barely get a picture of him when he's moving so fast. And is he taking selfies with everyone and posting them to social media? Your rivalry is over. Your rivalry is over. Anyway, your pictures will be much nicer. You look around and spot Angel. I actually didn't get a chance to say bye to Angel last night when Liam made an entire scene. I wonder if Zia's alright. You approach Angel, who is dutifully laying out her blanket a little further away from the lake edge. Hey, Angel, how are you feeling this morning? I'm good. Z smooths out the blanket before sitting down, as if testing the ground, and looks up at you. You? Oh, Z's inviting me to chat. I'm doing good too. I was worried about you last night since you kinda disappeared. Didn't want to deal with that guy. That guy? Angel points past you, and when you look around, you see none other than Liam kicking open a window on the second story of the lodge. This man is an utter menace. Oh yeah, that's completely fair. Z lays down, yawning, before stretching out. It doesn't seem like Z has much else to say, so you give a polite nod. Hail Satan! Liam launches out of the second story window on his skateboard. No helmet, no pads, just a streaking comet of smugness with a phone in hand to capture it all. Landing on the roof, Liam hurtles towards the edge, eyes not toward his possible imminent death, but laser focused on one thing: you. Just before he goes flying over the edge, Liam executes a perfect kickflip. The board spins under him. If he doesn't land this, his skinny legs will be snapped in half. You raise your camera and snap a photo. Not because he looks cool. Not at all. Bam! He perfectly lands and the skateboard hits the ground, inches away from Angel. Angel does not react. Liam easily avoids Angel and skates on, eyes locked on you. Don't look impressed, don't look impressed, don't look impressed. Liam winks at you. Crap. Liam turns attention to his phone, addresses his followers in a low, judgmental voice, full ASMR I'm your mean boyfriend mode. Hey, you were watching that, right? What else would you be doing? You know who I did that for? The one person I was thinking of? It wasn't you. Why would it be? I did it for someone way more important. Liam absentmindedly traces a finger along his lips, points to himself. I don't do this for you. You know why you'll never date me? Because I stay winning. And if I don't, why would you even want me? Pathetic. This motivational speech has you fuming. 10 years and he hasn't changed one bit. Well, he's changed a few bits, but he's still so. You aggressively raise your camera and start taking photos of anything that isn't Leon. As you watch mostly everyone having fun together, your thoughts drift to who you want to spend time with. Girl. I love a good enemies to lovers. Liam's not so hot. I'm finally going to give him a piece of my mind. The reunion goers take in views of the vineyard, reminisce, share food, and just have a delightful time. You, on the other hand, glare at Liam. I'm going to need some intel to take Liam down. Why did the font change? Sorry. Okay, the font just changed. I did not do that. But I can't make him think I'm interested. You decide to get right in his face. Let's go. Show him how not interested you are. The best defense is a good offense. Camera in hand, like a cocked gun, you storm up to Liam. Shove the camera in his smug face. So, prepared to be photographed at any time? A real social media star would be. Liam withdraws the tape measure from his pocket, extends it, traces it up and down his legs and arms, extends it further, licks it up and down. I am always prepared to give the people what they want. You brush past Liam, you aren't so weak that you'd fall for this blatant flirting. I'm supposed to take photos of all the people here? Since you just barely fit the technical definition of people, I had to, and now I'm done. You wheel around and snap the fastest photo you can of the goose. It's the same one from yesterday. Majestic, menacing, and disturbed by the sound of your camera shutter. It opens its mouth, lets out a loud and blistering. You jump a bit, but you're okay. A few of the other attendees look up for a brief moment but shrug. It was only a goose honk after all. They're fine. So, who just screamed? You turn around. The smirk's gone from Liam's face. He sucks in air past gritted teeth, eyes wide. It was him? Your photo instincts kick in. You raise your camera, focus on Liam's suddenly stressed face. Is he okay? Click. The sound of the camera snaps Liam back to reality. He lunges for the camera. You pull out of his range. The goose bobs and weaves, hopeful that the camera is secretly an intricately sculpted piece of forbidden bread that'll be dropped for his blundering. Delete it now. All your concern for Liam dissipates. Now who's the one in control? Why? Afraid there might not be a perfect photo of you out there? Trust me, it'll be in good and fast company. Liam's sexy and smooth movements have crumbled into that of a 10-year-old boy, desperate to get his way. Yes, success! Finally! Liam backs off, mutters to himself. I am perfect, I am the best, I win. All I do is win. Amen. Liam turns his full attention to the goose, who's waddled a ways away, disappointed in the lack of forbidden sculpted bread. It knows it shouldn't have bread, yet craves it. You! The goose doesn't bother looking at Liam. Liam points his skateboard at the goose like a sword. Shouts at it like a middle schooler trying to start a fight. You wanna go? The goose lets out a defiant. Liam throws down his skateboard, heads right for the goose. The goose doesn't budge. Is he serious? Elias, gripping his temples, rushes over. What did he do to deserve this? Elias blocks Liam's path. Liam, for fuck's sakes. If you try to kickflip into a goose of the forest... Liam tries to force his way past Elias, but he's no match for the pissed-off party planner. Elias grabs him from behind. Liam desperately fights to escape. The goose isn't a gay, he's not allowed. Must have missed that rule in your master class. You were not prepared to get this kind of look into the inner dynamics of trans men's social groups this weekend. Guys, just... The goose has turned its anger on the other guests. The goose rage honks at them over and over, threateningly waddles toward them. They all back away slowly, unsure what to do. None of them are a match for a pissed-off goose who still hasn't gotten any goose-damn bread. The goose draws closer. Liam manages to break free of Elias' grip, wheels on him. Puts up his fist. It's about to go down. Elias does the same. Full middle school boys shit. The goose is inches from the other's guests. Opens its mouth to honk, but... Everyone, including the goose, turns. It's Angel emerging from the bushes near the tree line. Z screams and claps as loudly as possible. The goose takes one look at this and waddles away from the humans at top speed. It's not gonna fuck around and find out with Angel. Before you can snap a photo of Angel's triumph, Z quickly heads back in the direction of the vineyard. Probably doesn't want to deal with Liam. Understandable. The moment broken, Elias puts his fists down. He let this go too far. Liam flips off the departing goose with a unique frustration that only can come from being intimidated by a creature of such small stature, yet has a deafening roar that can shatter empires. It's not even a gay! Or at least bruise the ego of one evil twink of a man. Half of you doesn't want to follow Liam. He's egotistical. He's arrogant. He just got in a middle school style brawl. He's hot. You go after him. He pivots to the reception hall. You follow him. Also, we don't know that the goose is not a gay. So, the hall's covered in fancy decorations, flowers on every table, fancy tablecloths, and immaculately set silverware. No wonder this place is usually booked solid for weddings. The back of the hall completes the vibe with church-like fixtures such as a preacher's pulpit and massive cross. Beneath which lays Liam. He's posed like a magazine model, spreads legs, taking up as much space as humanly possible. He doesn't bother to look at you. Full cis, straight, white girl wedding shit here. Great job making a gay safe space, Elias. Guess he needed to be mad at something other than the goose? It'll be the happiest day of her life. If you show love to your husband and he loves God, your marriage will be blessed. I heard that once. Fuck marriage. They can be a bit much. Liam gives you a raised eyebrow. He was expecting more of a fight. You indicate your camera. You know weddings. Unsure what to do without a confrontation, Liam leaps up, struts to stand behind the pulpit, just like school, you, staring up at me, and trying to get a glimpse of his legs and arms, which are now all sweaty, and find a way to break his enrapturing hold over you. Only one way to get someone this self-obsessed to break their concentration. You hate the idea of it, but not sure if I'm asking this right, but what happened to you? He breaks his eye contact, asking him about himself. It worked. Put that boy juice right into the veins. If you were a real fan, you would have seen it on my first video. Missed that one. I more meant, what happened with God? You were so on fire for him, now you're, well, What, do I need to slide into your DMs and message you every single video? I talk about religious trauma shit all the time. Good, then you're used to explaining it. Liam gives you a little nod as if to say, damn, that was good. You earned this. Short version? I was on fire for God. Just didn't know he was burning me. Saw, what's his name, Elias come out? My coming out was better. I'm sure. I didn't need God for that. It's why I'm Liam. Good win. Because all I do is win. Without him. Liam flips off the cross. You can't help but smile. Despite all the macho posturing, Liam is, in his own way, being genuine. Which means you can finally see the forbidden fruit. Liam fully raises a leg on the pulpit, shoving down your gay, straight, queer panic. You focus instead on a question you've always wondered. If you could never show any skin, how did you pull off cheerleading in a full-length dress? I could do all things through Satan who strengthens me. Liam finger guns the floor, an appreciative shout out to his boy Lucifer. And a lot of sticky tape. Interesting. I thought it was the blessed modesty powers of God, granted through holy union with his only son. That little bearded nerd only ever showed up to make sure I wasn't tempting daddy's flock into temptation. Liam bites his lip. Sexily, of course. I do like his hair. I think that would be a fun color, like hairstyle. No focus. No, focus. You're getting in vote. Remember the CCA Nationals? Liam bitterly laughs. Mockingly tosses up his hands in mock cheerleader form. Christian cheerleaders of America, building people before pyramids. What did that even mean? You weren't even there. You got launched in the air, spun yourself 360 degrees, way more than that, and landed perfectly on your feet with no skin showing the whole time. You were there. It brought the whole place on their knees to accept Jesus. If I could do that now, they'd all be accepting something else into there. Oh, you're not that good anymore? Not that perfect? Liam abruptly stops mid-innuendo. That got him good. Fuck you. I get more air skating than I ever did cheerleading. Which I only did because you can't skate in a floor-length dress. Though you can technically screw in a floor-length dress. One time at Pride? Yeah, you zone out of Liam's story of public debauchery. Instead, you're laser focused on his hands. He idly runs them up and down his arms. Each finger just barely touches the skin. Combined with everything before, show me in the law where it says I can't have a nipple clamp on my... That Liam was, in his Liam way, being vulnerable. Crap. This is not working on me. It is not. Girl, it's working. It's working. He ruined your life just by being himself. You're here to pay him back for that, so do it. That's how I celebrated Father's Day with 2 mommies, and dare you to do the routine right now. Liam scoffs, flicks some holy water around. I don't do that dumbass shit anymore. If you can't do that dumb butt stuff, then what else can't you do? I stuttered like that to make him think I was interested, to get him riled up. Liam whips out his phone, scrolls, hits play. On my knees, a top 10 Christian hit from your senior year blares out. The tone, upbeat pop. The music, 10 years behind the times. The lyrics, unoffensive. Liam repeats the ritual, muttering of his winningness. Perfect, I am perfect, I am the best. I win. All I do is win. Amen. You softly sing along with the music. I lay at night in bed, thoughts of you in my head. I wanna hear your voice. It's time to make the choice. I am singing that too, just like a dream. It's fine. Liam's routine starts off just like you remember it. Basic moves, hips, clean, high V, punch across, touchdown, low V. Impressive to the kinds of people who considered NFL cheerleading to be the work of the devil's temptress. You remember every movement, every one of his movements. His arm thrust up and around. Woo! Lex pivot, turn. The song moves from verse to chorus. Liam sings aloud as his moves quickly stray from what you remember. Gotta get down on my knees. There's no place I'd rather be. Liam gets on his knees and starts thrusting. Feeling you come inside. Your power I can't deny. Girl, that's a pretty risque song. Your high school modesty attempts to kick in. You raise your hand to cover your eyes, but it's futile. Your hand falls. Liam lifts his shirt up just a smidge as he bites his lip. Belly. I don't care who knows, I'll get down in front of all. Liam struts over to the cross, grabs it, uses it like a stripper pole. This truly is all skin, all sin. This this is supposed to be a, a cheerleading routine at school, at work, outside. I let him come anytime. Liam practically glides over to you, dances as close as possible without touching you. If a technical term could be applied to what you're going through, it would be homina homina and awooga. An instrumental part of the song allows Liam to whisper in your ear. Was that good enough? You should have been prepared for this. Should have known. But almost no brain raised on modesty as honesty would be prepared for this. Liam sneers. Of course. Liam glides away from you, furiously gyrates everything in sight. The pulpit, a Bible, the now unholy water. Liam didn't take your lack of response as a compliment. He took it as a dismissal, and that can't stand. The lyrics kick back in. Liam belts them out. And if you only think of you, he surely won't come soon. Your sexuality has reached a near eruption point. You fall back into one of your chairs. How? How is he so... Wait, does this make me gay? No, baby. No. Straight? Bye? Liam gets right in your face, less than an inch away, gyrating perfectly on the beat. So get down on your knees to him, you must please. The tension's off the charts. You know he's got you. You've got to get out of here before you... An excuse, but what to say? Better not to say anything. The positive? Gay panic in your head doesn't allow for such complicated things as words at the moment. I think it's all a matter of how he identifies, but also how, I don't know. It's one of those weird things where it's like, you can't really tell somebody that they're gay because they like somebody of like, I don't know. It's one of those weird things. You can't decide other people's sexualities, but like, they also can't tell you. Like, if that makes, I don't know. So she might be like, I'm so straight, and he's like, this is so gay. And that's fine. If that works for them. But girl, if he's going by man. Because we haven't found out if he's a binary man, actually. Mouth shut tight, you take off, nearly tripping your whole self over a table. Even as you disappear from view, Liam continues his routine. He doesn't stop. He's the best, after all. You lie in bed, lights out. Very much not asleep. The room isn't insulated well, but you don't notice the cold. You didn't go to dinner, you lost your appetite. Probably somewhere between the nipple clamp story and the song lyrics, which aren't anywhere close to holy anymore. Boy, that was, a day. You idly pick up your camera and look over the photos. You stop on one of Liam giving sex eyes to the camera. You're not attracted to him. They're just impure thoughts. Girl, get out of your religious little head. Even if you don't buy that, though you do believe Liam could have been sent by the devil. He's just trying to tempt me. He's a temptress. What's the male version of that? You Google it. Tempter. He's a tempter. You toss your camera aside. You shouldn't look at him. It didn't work in school. It won't work now. Were you attracted to him in high school too? Because that's a little gay. That's a little gay. You close your eyes. Don't think about him like that. Do it. Let the thoughts of his glorious arms and legs drift from my mind. Let the thoughts of his infuriatingly alluring breath on my ear wash away. Let the stupid idea of him being attracted to you blow into the wind. You take a deep breath. It's Liam. He's not attracted to me. He just did that routine cause you sit bolt upright. Hit with divine inspiration? It's just a way to screw with me. It's all an act. Oh my god, yeah. He's just trying to make me think he's attracted to me, so I'll be attracted to him, and then he can make me look like a big idiot. This is beyond King B tactics. What kind of 4D chess is he doing? 4D chest. What does his chest look like? Your eyes go wide. He got to you again. You flop down, haphazardly hurl the covers over you, and shut your eyes tight. You're in for a night of internal screaming. Gay internal screaming. I love her. You wake up to someone making a ruckus in the hallway. A common side effect of an all-night gay internal screaming session? Severe lack of sleep. A less known side effect of that side effect? The moment you do fall asleep at 7:59 a.m., Elias wakes you up at 8 a.m. for a group vineyard tour. Rise and shine, besties! Apparently, Elias is making the rounds to wake up any lollygaggers. Ah, that really brings me back to high school. You duck your head under your pillow. No time for breakfast. We cracked our eggs too long ago for all that anyways. Ha ha ha. A 5-hour vineyard tour with no breakfast. That was a good egg crack joke. The vineyard is beautiful, photogenic, romantic. Oh my god, do we walk side by side with Liam? With our impure thoughts? This is beautiful work. And it goes on for miles. Even though it looks like it might rain at any moment, you try to stay focused on God's grace. Liam's nowhere to be seen. Several hours later, you and the rest of the reunion guests shamble back to the lodge, eager for the wine and cheese tasting that Elias has organized. Oh my god, give me wine and cheese. You load up a far too small plate with way too many cheese and crackers. You barely pay attention to what you're loading yourself down with. After inadvertently assembling a quite structurally sound tower of food, you stagger to an empty table. Your stomach running on empty means only one thought should be on your mind. Nom. But it isn't. Even as you awkwardly shove food in your mouth, occasionally missing and nearly poking your eye out with crackers that are way too pointy, you can't escape what's really on your mind. Arms. No legs. Liam's arms and legs. And his whole body, not just his legs and arms. Legs and arms aren't hot if they aren't attached to a body. Not that Liam is hot. You nearly poke your eye out with some well-aged cheese as you scan the room for Liam. He still isn't here. Can't let him catch me off guard. Gotta be prepared. Ready for anything. Hard like an aged cheese. Wait, no. Hard like a tape measure. Crack. You crust a piece of goat cheese so hard into a cracker it shattered. You reach for a napkin to wipe the bits of goat cheese off your hand when a voice whispers in your ear, "You didn't say goodbye." Rude. You nearly jump out of your skin. Liam sits down and pulls his chair as close to you as possible. His tray is expertly loaded with food to resemble a kind of satanic magic summoning ritual. Bits of cheese resembling candles at the exact right scale. You avert your gaze from Liam, focusing on cleaning all the goat cheese off your hand. He smirks at your attempt to ignore him, gently pushes away the hand cleaning the goat cheese, leans in, and begins to lick every single piece of goat cheese off of you. What mess you've made. What is he? Oh, he's just trying to seduce me again to make me look like an idiot. I'm not gonna fall for it. Wow, he's really not being efficient with getting this done. He's, taking his time. Oh, 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 oh! Liam, Liam lovingly sucks on your finger, filleting it, basically. After what feels like 6 hours, he pulls back, gives your finger a little kiss. Not such a dirty girl anymore, Is it possible to stop yourself from blushing? Hello, Sugar Plum. It's going wonderful. We're kicking Pride Month off with some wonderful queer games. We started with Gone Home, which is so good, and I will not lie, almost had me crying. And now we're doing the most wild, I think it's like Good Lord, everybody at my all-girls Catholic school reunion is trans. And literally everybody is trans, and we hate Liam, except we love his arms and legs, and we wonder what his chest looks like. So I'm making an enemies to lovers thing happen. My day's been really good. How's your day been? Oh my gosh, Liam. Is it possible to stop yourself from blushing? Crap, I can't Google that without him seeing. Why would you Google that? From seemingly out of nowhere, Liam pulls out a wine bottle. Babes, where did you hide that? You got, like, no pants on. Liam, where did you put a wine bottle? Takes a massive swig. Chugging down wine isn't sexy. Depends. And yet, I was gonna say, if it's dripping. How? What demon did he pledge his undying allegiance to for this unchecked power? Before you get too caught up in the origins of evil in our world, something about the wine bottle catches your eye. The label's been ripped off. Is it non-alcoholic, maybe? I love it. Thanks for taking your follow back. Um, why would it? No, he wouldn't. Liam, you're at a wine tasting. Sexy drinking sounds. You don't need to steal wine. Sin always adds an extra spice. Why would you want spice in wine? some people like a spiced wine. Only one thing could stop Liam from mercilessly dunking on your supreme lack of wine knowledge. More shameless flirting. The more commandments you break when you do a thing, the hotter it is. Liam leans close, whispers in your ear, "Have you broken any commandments? Would you like to confess your sins?" Why is whispering in ears so unintentionally stimulating? Google that later. Liam proudly displays a video on one of his social media pages. Bold letters make the topic of the video clear. Lucifer Satan 69420 reacts to your DM confessions. Of course. You've sent these and never wanted him to respond to one of my confessions. Never. Never. Get your head in the game, Irene. You've got a table. Oh, you've got tables. You've got a tables the turn. Don't know. Turn the tables. That's why. He's gonna be all hot and sexy. Tempting. You do it right back. Flirt. You can do it. How do you flirt again? Where do I touch? How do I sound? I can't just copy Liam. Do I sprinkle spices on him? No. Probably? Why didn't they teach us about flirting in school? Okay, spice it up. As Liam films himself reacting to his own videos, you awkwardly attempt to move your hands in a flirty way, which resembles a skittering antelope in the snow. Thank goodness Liam is way too invested in his own content to notice. Crap. Movement, not cutting it. You zero in on the table's pepper shaker. Please do not throw pepper on him. You reach for it, but whoosh! The sudden downpour corrals all of you back inside the lodge as if Jesus himself was offering you salvation from the storm. That, or he was judging you for attempting to flirt using a pepper shaker. Before you can ask him for forgiveness, a horrible realization crashes into your mind. My camera equipment! You left it in your room. It's your livelihood. Stupid all-night gay internal screaming. You jump out of your seat. No time to worry that Liam's right behind you, either chugging the wine bottle with two hands or doing something so sinful to it. You wonder if God will upgrade the storm into another earth-destroying flood because of him. No time to worry about it. You race down the hall. How could you forget your camera? Liam's right behind, running and chugging the wine. Don't look back to see if running and chugging is sexy. Don't look to see. If you turn around and become a pillar of salt, Liam! Before Liam can make a case for neglecting the warnings of God, you can make it to your room. You fumble with the key, get it in the lock. Before Liam can say anything, don't. You rip open the door and water pours from the ceiling! You called it. The whole place is flooding. Water covers every inch of the floor. All your bags are soaked. You knew the room wasn't insulated well, but this, on pure instinct, you dive for your main camera, thankfully still on the bed. You grab it, check it. Check it's okay. No damage. Woof. And after only a few seconds in the rain, you're soaked. As you wade back through the water, you notice Liam's oddly calm. Go check on your room. Liam shrugs. You stop in your tracks, shoes ankle deep in the water. Oh, let me guess. You, of course, knew it was going to rain and somehow made sure you assigned a room that didn't flood because you can't even let the weather be better than you. I didn't stay in the room Elias assigned me. Then where? Liam casually strolls into the water and guides you out of it back to the dry floor. How dare he be considerate of my needs? Chugging wine. Yeah, he stole it, ripped the label off of it, and decided to chug it, even though he's at a wine tasting. Let's get you somewhere to dry off. You consider saying no, but you really have nowhere else to go. What sin did you commit to deserve this? Liam opens the door to a massive wedding suite. You've shot weddings for years, but owing to the holy ground nature of these suites where spouses are taken, hearts filled with love, and rose petals fall, you've never seen one. The singular place even a wedding photographer can't go. For your whole life, you pictured what it would be like. The smiles, the joy, the tenderness. How it would be the most blissful, sacred place where happiness would crash over you in pleasant waves. And you're here with Liam. Broke 3.5 commandments getting in here. Worth it. Liam flops onto the massive solid oak wood bed and fully spreads his legs out across it. His ego practically bounces off the walls, with the bed dominating most of the room. It's not hard. I needed room to spread out. A gift basket with champagne sits near the bed. Very fancy vineyard champagne that Liam ignores to take a massive gulp of his own bottle of wine. How is there still wine in there? Liam eyes you up and down. Is that tape measure in his pocket? Or you angrily remove your shoes, dump the water out of one of them in the trash. So, where do you like it in bed? Top, bottom? It's not a bunk bed. It's you fully miss the trash can with your other shoe. The water goes all over the wood floor. Can't sleep on the floor now. Gosh, he's being a huge jerk. Good. Can't sex me into losing when he's being a big jerk with a massive. Liam, with an ease that can only come from deliberate practice, pulls his shirt up over himself, tosses it aside, shirtless Liam. Liam chest. Only has his short shorts and shoes still on. His skin, so fiercely protected in high school, is now a buffet of eye candy. The way he holds himself, his entire body radiates confidence. It's pulling you in. You hold in a yelp of repressed excitement. Need to keep it at bay. You grab for something, anything close to you, anything that isn't Liam's tape measure. Wait, the champagne! You could pop that open, right? Liam doesn't respond. He simply rolls over, his back on full display. How can a back be that? Why don't I pop something else? That doesn't even make sense, and yet you grab the wine bottle Liam was chugging. No, let's get rid of this, and you can show me if you're the best at. You stop. Wait, something's off. Raise the bottle to your nose. No frickin' way. It isn't wine. Grape juice! Bro, Liam's sexy aura dissipates. This wasn't supposed to happen. Like what kids have during communion? You've been drinking this the whole time. You've just been pretending? Before Liam can figure out a sexual way to distract from this elaborate lie, you shove the wine bottle right in Liam's face. Accusing, angry. What you couldn't? Just not drink? You had to be the best at wine, at scale model buildings with cheese, at turning Christian songs into sex ballads? Why? Why do you have to be the best all the time? Liam carefully lowers the bottle away from his face. Gives you the full ASMR, I'm your mean boyfriend look and tone. If I'm too good for you, go and sleep in the water. It'd be funny to see you all wet and kaboom! A massive thunderclap rattles the suite. You're seething so hard you barely register it. But Liam does. His social media face is gone, replaced with a wide-eyed stare. His eyes haphazardly dart all around. Oh, you don't kickflip thunder in your spare time? Kaboom! Liam's shivering. No, shaky? It's just like with the goose yesterday. He's scared. Liam, in a mixture of lunging and crawling, grabs at you. Gets his arms around your legs. It's not sexy at all. I saw you shaking. I'll protect you. You're the one who Liam rolls off the bed and pulls you down with him. With all his might, he gets the two of you under the bed. Shallow breaths barely escape his lips. God, such a needy bitch. Gotta show the whole world how pissed he is with me. Pathetic. Liam scoots closer to you, clings at your shirt sleeve. You look into his terrified eyes, but also can't avoid looking at this nearly naked man before you. The whole thing's a bewildering mix of sexy tension and emotional vulnerability. Are you okay? Of course. Is everything good? I just got a welcome to my chat room. But everything looks good. Weird. I'm just feeling you up. Liam's hands remain firmly grasped on your sleeve. Feeling your sleeve. Your arms are... Is this part of his 4D chess game? Crap, he's just trying to confuse me. That arm line makes no sense. I have sexy arms? How? How are arms even sexy? Sir... Liam's are alluring? But how are arms supposed to be hot? With Liam shaking like a leaf, you slowly attempt to take your phone out of your pocket without him noticing. One-handed, you Google, are arms sexy? Liam notices. Eyes light up. A chance to get back on top of all of this. Oh, you think I'm sexy? Liam's managing to mostly calm his shaky hands, run them up and down your arms. Full-on, intentional, skin-to-skin contact. The devil's touch, as one of your teachers referred to it. If you were out in the open right now, your blushing would be seen from space. Okay, arms. Sexy. Got it. You feel yourself, just a little bit, moving into his movements. You close your eyes. You push into him. Liam's face lights up with a smug and satisfied grin. He got you. He leans in close, whispers, you were never too good for me. You're so caught up in the bliss of accepting Liam's touch that you almost don't register what he said. But after a moment, it hits you. Eyes snap open. You thought that I was too good for you? Liam, unsure if he should try to turn up the charm more or pull away, lay still. You thought that I was better than you? But you were always around. I thought you were... Why? Liam pushes you away, yet still clings to your sleeve. furious. I don't need you. Millions of people know I'm the best. They love me. I don't need this. You barely register what he said. All the synapses and neurons of your brain fire at once, processing everything. It almost hurts to use this much brain power. Until, oh, shut up. Oh my god. You have, what, 100th of my followers? You don't know shit. This wasn't 4D chess. You weren't making fun of me. Yes, I was. Everything at this reunion. Everything back in high school. Liam tries to let go of you, but the thunder keeps him rooted to the spot. You had a crush on me. Your laugh starts small, a meager chuckle, but grows and grows, and morphs into a cackle of utter delight, basking in how this completely rewrites Liam's long-standing place in your head. I was never below you. I was on top. You were never the best, because you wanted me. Despite the thunder, Liam finally lets go of you, draws totally into himself, a quivering ball of nerves and anxiety. I had no idea I was that hot, desired, tempting. Ooh, I was tempting. Not that you weren't and aren't great too. Even if you aren't the best. Liam manages to look up from the ball he's curled himself into, lashes out. Yeah, you were better than me, all right? I was the queen bee, the perfect cheerleader, God's holiest daughter. But you? You got to just be you. You had all your camera shit and you liked it. Clearly, you're still doing it. But you were... Liam angrily counts off with his fingers. The good Christian girl, the perfect wife in making, his best object to use however he wanted. I had to be all that. I had to be the best at all of it. I was nothing without that to anyone. What the crap are you talking about? At the risk of inflating your giant frickin' ego, you were always the best. Everyone at school wanted to be with you or be you. Everyone. And you just said you have millions of followers now. And I have to be what they all want. Why? Liam, shaking more than ever, struggles to get up. He said way too much. But the heightened emotions of the moment made him forget that. He was under a bed. His head fully connects with the solid oak wood bed frame. He falls back to the floor and grips his head in pain. Without hesitating, you help him out from under the bed frame and onto the mattress. You try to check his head, but he scoots away to the other side of the mattress. Curls himself back up again. Just a little bit ago, this nearly naked man was successfully seducing you. Now he's crying. Liam spits out, and I was what they wanted. I was everything to everyone. You reach out a consoling hand. Except you. I think I was right in choosing Liam. Your hand freezes. You were the only one I couldn't impress. Who I couldn't be everything for. I can't even do it now. Liam curls up into himself even harder. He chokes back sobs. You gently roll him to face you, even though he won't look you in the eye. Rumble. The thunder's moving off. Liam just barely flinches at the much quieter sound. You lightly take one of his hands in yours. Everyone in yearbook knew I wouldn't want to cover the CCA cheerleader thing. I would never shut up about how preps and blonde clones were ruining the world, or whatever dumb crap I thought was really edgy back then. So they never sent me to anything cheerleading. But that day, they didn't have anyone else. I refused. Pretended I was sick. Said I was in the middle of a spiritual crisis. Elias told me you can pray on the way. So I went. Liam grunts as if to sarcastically say, thanks a lot. You were the last person I wanted to see. Liam grunts once more, basically saying, this is a shitty story. But as I saw you command everyone's attention, your face as you went soaring through the air, the absolute control over your body, the way you knew you were going to win. I hated it. I hated you. Liam finally looks up, eyes red from tears, but still avoids your gaze. You trying to do ASMR on your mean girlfriend? It's working. Liam moves to get off the bed, but you stop him. You're both on your knees, still on the bed. You look him right in the eyes, but I couldn't stop looking at you. Okay, maybe she's a little gay. Liam looks away. I thought you were such a stuck-up queen bee. I had no idea why I was so drawn to you then. I thought it was because I hated you. But no, you were trying harder than anyone. Harder than I ever knew. And your confidence in that moment, where you knew you were the best, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Liam shouts but won't look at you. And now you know all that confidence was fake. That I'm fake. Are you faking now? Is this all an act? You indicate his madness. No, this feels right. I feel right for once, but I can't lose it. You scoot closer to Liam and try to catch his eye. Liam, it is undeniable. You try harder at everything than anyone I've ever met, combined. You're the best, okay? The best. You don't have to keep proving it to everyone. But if I don't, you put a finger to his lips. He shuts up. Even if you could prove to every single person on Earth you're the best, be exactly what every single person on Earth wants you to be, you still won't be the best. You still won't be everything to everyone. Liam knocks your finger away from his lips. He scowls, frantically looks around the room. Are you filming this? Is this some demotivational content shit? You can't be the best or be everything that everyone wants, because everyone includes you. Before Liam can respond to you, wrap your arms around his body, pull him into a tight hug with you as big spoon. Liam doesn't pull away, doesn't make a snarky comment, just is. His radiating ego and sexy aura long gone. Your skin-to-skin contact doesn't have you blushing or aroused. You're simply connected to him, there for him. What do you want, Liam? New tears well up in Liam's eyes, but they aren't sad. He takes a moment to think. To be me. Whoever that is. You turn Liam around, touch your forehead to his. He leans into it. If there's any me left that isn't just other people's shit. I can't wait to learn more about him. You tilt Liam's chin up. You gaze at each other for a long, long moment. We kissed him! It isn't a long one. Nothing scandalous. Just a smooch that Liam returns in kind. You break apart, both blushing. I guess you won. How about we both won? Oh! Smile brighter than a million suns going nova appears on Liam's face, and he tackles you into a kiss, which you return in kind. No, kind isn't the right word, which you return in tongue! There's a lot of tongue. All the emotions and energy of the conversation crash together in this filthy yet wholesome kiss. Your hands begin to roam across his body. He leans into it. You feel his arms, his back, his chest, and the kiss. Now, more tongue than lips. Liam's the first to break the kiss. He does it so fast your tongue is still out. Liam stands up on the floor. You do the same. What's wrong? Are you okay? Did I do something? Liam points at you, not as harsh as before. Don't say shit. Liam kicks off his shoes, in the process losing 5 inches of his height. He's really short now, way below your titties. You smile. I don't care, you look cute. Liam glares. Don't you say cute. Frickin' hot! Liam rolls his eyes. You're 28. You're allowed to fucking curse. You smirk at him. Make me. Liam considers tackling you again, but instead slowly unzips his very short shorts. No! To this relaxing music, with more of Liam's skin visible than you ever could have imagined 10 years ago, he lies on the bed and gives you a little show. What are you gonna do to me? Please tell me you've consummated. Yes, but not in this kind of holy union. You both laugh. You get each other. Just get on top of me and do whatever you want. What? Are you okay? Why is Liam being awkward? He's just asking. Wait. You try to stifle a laugh, but aren't very successful. Do you want me to be mean to you? Okay. Just can't you? You think it over for a moment. You grin. A terrible, horrible, delicious idea strikes you. Liam tries to get up. It's okay if you don't. You reach. We bust out the tape measure, extend it, and lightly hit Liam with it. Sit back down. I need to check if your outfit is short enough. Did I just say that? Liam nods, dutifully sits back down. That was sexy, right? Well, with the tape measure firmly in your hands, there's no other explanation for what's happening in Liam's underwear. You're gonna get back at Liam, and you're both gonna like it. Please let me skip the scene. Thank you. We awaken to his crotch. Okay. Liam's crotch attaches quite able legs standing above you on the bed's headboard. If you hadn't gotten up soon, I was gonna kickflip the bed. Even you can't do that. Liam bends down a bit. Bet. You toss a pillow at him. Both of you laugh. You stand up to get dressed. So, what's next? Do I DM you for your number, or Liam leaps off the bed, perfectly lands. tosses on his clothes in the loosest definition of on possible. He's not technically indecent. Not that you mind. Meet me at the lake. Is that an order? You can make it one. You roll your eyes. How dare he be so Liam? Liam dashes out, underbutt of course on full display. After you get your clothes, nowhere near clean, and shoes, nowhere near dry, on, you open the door to head out when something catches the corner of your eye. Which stands for, yeah. A few feet down the hall, you see Elias just leaving a room. His room. Right next to the honeymoon suite! You try to stop the flush creeping into your face. It's clear you failed the moment you look fully at Elias. Heavy bags under his eyes. Eyebrow twitch. Deadpan expression. Oh no. Before you could think of what to say, his face slowly slips into a smirk. He's totally judging you, but in a fun way. You'll no doubt be receiving a text filled with abbreviations you don't understand the second the reunion's over. You head out. The sun slowly rises, most of the guys relaxing near the lake. You snap a few photos of everyone. You spy Angel a little bit of a ways away from the main group, rocking out to the speaker on their belt. You wave at the other guys around. They're all about to get ready to leave. The seclusion of the vineyard soon giving way to the wide world. But not just yet. You spot Liam alone on the dock. Thankfully, fully and decently clothed. Well, fully and decently clothed for Liam, underbutt still on display for all. You reach Liam and stand next to him on the dock. An overturned canoe sits between you and the water. No goose to brawl? He's cowering in fear. Knows I'll kickflip the shit out of him if he messes with me again. You both take in the crisp morning air. The smell of last night's rain pleasant. You spent your whole life imagining how you'd feel with your beloved in a wedding suite. But you never considered the morning after. What comes after that night of nights? Can you ever be that happy again? Liam lightly kicks the canoe. I know what to do. A special goose flip? I'm stealing that. No. Liam takes a second. Whether it's to form the right words or stop an ingrained need to flirt is unclear. I really think I'm a piece of shit sometimes. Just garbage. I started saying shit like that as a joke, but, well, whatever. I know what to do now. You showed me. You tenderly reach for his arm. Please don't try to be what you think I want. If you'd asked me before this weekend, I never had said I wanted someone with a sexy underbutt, and you didn't mean to quite say that last part out loud. Is this what all morning afters are like? Possessed with the desire to compliment butts? Butts. Liam laughs. I'm not gonna change. I worked hard to be the best. I'm gonna enjoy my throne. Liam jumps on top of the canoe, spreads his arms like a king bee of sorts. And from up here, I'm gonna enjoy me. Just like that? Liam finger guns you. Yup, will never doubt myself again. Nope, just gonna stay winning. Cause I'm Liam Goodwin. It's going to take a while for Liam to really believe that. But hey, a start's a start. A start. A perfect place for the morning after, huh? And, Liam hides a blush. Someone's got to document my undisputed winning streak rate. And your photos are good enough for that, I guess. Your heart melts. A genuine compliment without flirting. Does this mean I kick-flipped your heart? Kick-flipped your heart. Oh my god. You waggle your eyebrows and flash the goofiest grin you've ever made in your life. Liam's blush and embarrassment hit all at once. The energy has to go somewhere. What can you do? I'll show you a kickflip. Liam proceeds to attempt to kickflip the canoe. It's totally impossible, but he laughs while doing it. He knows. You get up on the canoe and try to help. The canoe remains stationary. Liam stops you. Puts his arm around your shoulder. Don't you want to film this? Liam doesn't answer, just shouts. Perfect. I am perfect. I'm the best. I win. All I do is win. Amen. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You jump too early. Liam stumbles. You both tumble backwards into the lake. Thankfully, it's not deep. Across the lake, the goose watches and shakes its head. Softly honks. It waddles off. It'll allow you this moment of happiness. Liam splashes you with water. You splash him back. Liam rushes forward, pulls you into a loving embrace. Silhouetted against the morning sun, you both smooch, happy, together. That's so cute!